Hey everyone, welcome back to the special episode of this story. Hope you will enjoy it as you enjoyed the first episode. It has been 2 years since that unforgettable exhibition. The night came so finally saw what love could create. The city had changed, and so Jungkook and his paintings were now displayed in galleries across Seoul, Paris, and New York. Magazines called him the soul painter, but despite for all the fame, Jungkook is still in the small apartment has become a cozy home filled with paintings, laughter, and a smell of sweet jeans kimchi stew that he brought every weekend. Morning routine thing yawned. Yawning, you are early again, Cookie? Jungkook is smiling while mixing paint. Couldn't sleep, the sunrise looked too beautiful to waste time. You are going to. Jungkook, I was to capture what I feel, not what I see. I am grinning. You are still the poetic painter who fell in love on the street. Jungkook laughed and walked over, wiping paint on Taehyung's cheek. Taehyung, yeah, you are ruining my skin, Jungkook. It's look good on you. A bit of a bit of color from me. They both laughed. Life was simple, peaceful. For the first time, Taehyung didn't feel trapped by expectations, but peace doesn't even mean everything is easy. Taehyung hasn't spoken to his father since the wedding. Though Kim Soo has softened, Kim Han-ji's pride still stood between them. Taehyung thinking, I want him to see what happiness looks like, not what he thinks success is. That evening, Taehyung sat by Jungkook watching him paint. Taekook, what if I ask my parents to come to your next exhibition? Jungkook, pausing mid-brush. Are you sure? Taehyung, yeah, I want them to see you, not the rumors, not the lies, just you. Jungkook, then I'll make it. My best one yet. Then visited the convention after 2 long years. The guests still looked tall and cold, but his heart was steady. Servant Master Taehyung, Mrs. Kim is in the garden. He walked in quietly. Kim Soo was trimming roses. When she saw him, her hands froze. Kim Soo, Taehyung, Emma. His voice trembled slightly. Kim Soo, you look healthier. Marriage suits you, Taehyung softly. The sudden peace. There was silence for a moment, filled with unsaid things. Kim Soo, your father, he still feels betrayed, but I know he misses you. Tell him I'm still his son, just not his puppet. Kim Soo sang, and that boy, Jungkook, is he treating you well? Taehyung is smiling gently. He treats me better than the world ever did. Kim Soo's eyes softened even more. Kim Soo, maybe I should have been that sooner. Then see it now, Emma. He is having a big exhibition next month. Please come. Bring up Patu. Kim so he wouldn't agree easily. Then tell him it's his son's happiness on display. A month later, the gallery was alive with light and murmurs. Dozens of reporters, critics, and celebrities gathered to see Jungkook's new collection. Beyond the frame. Each painting told a story out of pain. One corner held a painting of thanks, tear streaking face from the day his family disowned him, surrounded by lights instead of darkness. The title read Still Loved. Theo stood beside Jungkook, his hands quietly brushing against Jungkook's fingers. Then, you're amazing, you know that? Jungkook, I just painted what I felt. And I felt you before you could say more. The room. A familiar voice broke the silence. Kim Hanji, this one is powerful. They both turned. Taehyung's father stood at the doorway wearing a suit and complicated expression. Kim So was beside him. Smiling faintly, Taehyung stunned. Appa, you came? Kim Hanji looked around. Your mother dragged me here, but now that I see this, he walked closer to Jungkook's painting eyes. tracking every brush stroke. Kim Hanji, you turn pain into art. That talk takes strength, Jungkook, bowing deeply. Thank you, sir. Kim Hanji, you love my son truly, don't you? Jungkook, with everything I have. I am. Kim Hanji was silent for a moment before he said, Kim Hanji, then maybe I just too quickly. Thanks breath hinted, his eyes filled with tears. He took a slow step forward. Thank Appa. Kim Hanji, you choose love over luxury. I thought I was foolish, but I see now. Maybe it was courage. He looked between them and then added softly, Kimanji, welcome to the family, Jungkook. Jungkook's toe tightened. He bowed again deeply. Jungkook, thank you, sir. I will never hurt him. Kim saw smiling. I know you wouldn't. You already healed him. Thang wiped his eyes, whispering, Thang, I told you one day you would see, they would see you. Jungkook, I didn't need them to. I only needed you. Thang was smiling through tears, but now we have both. After the exhibition, Jungkook's fame skyrocketed internationally. He opened his own studio in JK Art and Soul, where he trained young artists from poor backgrounds. Taehyung helped manage it using his business knowledge but keeping the place full of warmth, not rules. One day, while they were arranging frames, Namjoon and Seokjun walked in holding a cake. Seokjun, congratulations on your studio, my babies. Namjoon is smiling proudly. Look at you both, our little painter and his rich husband finally building something. Jungkook laughing, Appa, don't embarrass us in front of the staff. Seokjin, I will. Proudly, Taehyung hugged them both. Thank you for always believing in us. Namjoon, it wasn't belief, son, it was knowing love always wins. Months later, Jungkook unveiled his final piece from a private collection. It was a massive canvas showing two hands, one sign with paint, the other with gold rings. They are holding each other against a backdrop of storms and stars. They stood behind him quietly, tears in his eyes. Saying, it's us, Jungkook. It's everything we went through. Taehyung and we survived it all. Jungkook. No, we turned it into art. They stood in silence, watching their story painted across the canvas, not of a rich man and a poor man, but of two souls who refused to let the world define them. They won that weekend. The Kim family and the Jians gathered for dinner, something none of them would have imagined years ago. Seokjin to Kim, so do you? Kim so laughing softly, not when they make masterpieces and treat my son like gold. Namjansi, art and love fix everything. Kim Hanji raising his glass to courage and to sons who teach parents what love really means. Them to love beyond wealth. Jungkook grinning and clicking glass. Laughter filled the room. The heavy walls that once separated them had finally fallen. Later that night, Taeyang and Jungkook stood on their rooftop, watching the stars. The city lights glowed beneath them, peaceful and soft. Taeyang, do you ever regret anything? Jungkook, not even for a second. Taeyang, not the pain, the hate, the struggle. Jungkook is smiling. They made our love real. He turned to Taeyang and took his hand gently. Jungkook, you give up a palace for me. I will spend my whole life building you a home that feels just as grand. Taeyang laughing softly. The wind blows past them, soft and warm. Taeyang, when I first met you on that street, I saw freedom. Now I see forever. Jungkook whispering, then let's promise. No matter how rich or poor, no matter where we go, Taehyung, we will always choose love first. They smile at each other, eyes shining under the city golden glow. And as Jungkook wrapped an arm around Taehyung, the world below them didn't matter anymore because they had built their own, a world where love wasn't measured by money but how deeply it healed it. That night air was cool and quiet, the Seoul skyline glistening like a thousands little dreams inside their apartment. Soft jazz played in the background. Candle flickers and Jungkook stood by the window, his sleeves rolled up, paint still drying on his fingers. He had spent the entire day finishing a portrait of Taehyung. Jungkook smiling to himself. He looks even more beautiful in real life behind him. Taehyung walked in wearing Jungkook's sosa set. Hair slightly messy, eyes sleepy but warm. Taehyung talking to your painting again, artist. Jungkook turning and grinning. He doesn't talk back. Do you? Taehyung then talk to me. He walked closer, wrapping his arm around Jungkook's waist from behind. Jungkook clenched, softly placing his paintbrush aside. Jungkook, you smell like vanilla again. Taehyung, it's your favorite. Jungkook whispering, you are my favorite. Thing looked up and their eyes met, warm, brown, and deep dark, a connection they had never dreamed. Thing, do you ever miss the old days, the chaos, the fight, the running away? Jungkook, no, because every step brought me here to you. Thing is smiling softly and cupping Jungkook's cheek. Thing, you always say things that make me fall for you all over again. Jungkook, then fall. I will catch you every time. He leaned forward, brushing his lips against the young, slow, careful, tender. It wasn't about hunger, it was feeling every heartbeat between them. Thanks and moved on to Jungkook's shoulder, holding him close. Their breaths mingled, the kiss deepened, warm and full of love. A promise written without words. They finally pulled apart, Jungkook whispering against his skin. Jungkook, I still can't believe you chose me. Taehyung, I didn't choose. My heart did. Jungkook smiled, resting his forehead against Taehyung's. Jungkook, then let's never let it do again. They spent the night wrapping in quiet affection, painting each other's lips with gentle touches and laughter. The candle burned low, and their whisper, I love you, filled the room until dawn, painting the sky gold. 2 months later, spring had come again, soft, bright, and full of promise. Their home was now filled with sunlight and the scent of flowers. Jungkook had brought that morning. Thang sat by the window, his hand resting on his stomach, lost in thought. He had been feeling different, tender, dizzy, sometimes emotional at small things. Thang thinking, could it be Jungkook entering the room holding 2 cups of coffee? Jungkook, you look serious. Are you planning to scold me for painting too much again? Taehyung smiling softly. No, I have something to tell you, Jungkook. Sitting beside him, curious what it is, Taehyung took a slow breath. His hand trembled slightly. Taehyung, Jungkook, I went to the doctor today. Jungkook immediately alert. What happened? Are you okay? Taehyung nodding quickly. I'm okay, more than okay. He looked at into Jungkook's eyes was soft but steady. Taehyung, you're going to be parents. For a moment, Jungkook froze. His coffee cup nearly slipped from his hand. Jungkook, what did you say? Taehyung, laughing tearfully. We are going to have a baby. Cookie, Jungkook blinked, his eyes instantly filled with tears. Then he pulled Taehyung into his arms, holding him so tightly that Taehyung could feel his heart pounding. Jungkook, baby, our baby? Taehyung, yes, our little piece of love. Jungkook, who was shaking with emotion. I can't believe this. You are serious. Taehyung, yes, very serious. Jungkook got Taehyung's face, eyes shining. Jungkook, you have no idea how much happy you just made me, Taehyung. You are not scared? Jungkook is scared? I have fought the world for you, Tae. I can fight sleepless nights too. They both laughed through tears. Taehyung, I thought you might faint. Jungkook grinning. I almost did, but I want to remember this moment forever. He kissed Taehyung's forehead gently, whispering, Jungkook, thank you for giving me a family. Thank you for giving me love. They stayed that way a long time, arms wrapped around each other, feeling the heartbeat of their new life, tiny yet powerful enough to change everything. Weeks later, Jungkook painted something new, a simple picture of two hands and a small one resting between them. He named it the beginning of forever. When Thang saw it, his eyes filled with tears again. Thang, you are painting our story again, Jungkook, because our story keeps growing. He leaned closer, resting his palm gently over Thang's stomach. Jungkook, hi there, little one. This is Appa Jungkook. Taehyung is smiling warmly, and this is Daddy Taehyung. We already love you more than anything. Jungkook kissed Taehyung's temple softly. Jungkook, you have given me everything, Tae. Love, peace, a dream, and now a family. Taehyung teasing, don't forget who cleans your paint mess. Jungkook laughing, I'll clean 1,000 messes for you. They both laughed. Their hands intertwined, their hearts beating in perfect rhythm, one for each other and one for the new life they had created together. The night they stood under the stars again, the same place where they had once promised to never let go. Taehyung, you remember what you said that night? Jungkook is smiling that no matter where we go, we will always choose love first. Then we did it, Cookie. We built a new life from nothing. Jungkook wrapping his arm around him. No, we built everything from love. He kissed thanks for her gently. They rested his hand on his belly. Jungkook, our love will keep growing, one heartbeat at them, whispering forever. Jungkook forever. The stars gleamed above them, the city quiet below. In that peaceful night, they leaned against Jungkook. They both smiled, their future glowing brighter than any light, because they had learned that love, when true, doesn't just survive. It creates new life, new hope, and endless forever. The end, love beyond wealth, the promise of forever. A story that began on the streets, bloomed through pain, and now lived in the heartbeat of a new life. How was it? Comment me down. As always, I would love to know about your opinion. Also, the weather is changing, everyone is sick in my house, and I am the only one who is away from fever and cold. But I have to take care of everyone and myself also, as I'm getting treated my teeth. So I'm gonna be very busy. See you again. Bye bye.